So, I don't know who wants to listen to me, if anyone wants to listen, but I did a story and I was very inspired to actually do a full video and maybe post it on YouTube or Instagram about an experience I had with basically a mentally abusive situation. I don't necessarily want to call it domestic violence. I don't necessarily want to put the word violence in there because I want to stress that this particular situation was all mentally abusive and I'm still healing from it. So as y'all know, I'm very fucking trippy. Or if y'all don't know, if you don't fucking know me, I'm really trippy. I like to trip balls, okay? Anything you think you did, because people always swear that they tripped harder than you. I promise you, dog. Anything you think you did, and I might do another video on this later. I done did more. I done did more. I remember one specific time, not to even get too sidetracked, but I remember one specific time where I literally took a pound of shrooms and just kept eating the bitches, pop, pop, until I didn't want the taste no more, until I started to feel a little bit high, until I was like, okay, I can't eat no more of these bitches, but where you trying to go, to the moon? And I think I did, but that's another video. Y'all might want to hear about my trips and shit. Who the fuck knows? But this video, I ain't digging up my nose. This is my nose ring that sometimes irritates me on the inside. This video, however, is literally about how spiritual guys, right? They come in under the guise of, oh, I just want you to be your highest self. I want you to be your best you. And being your best you just means this, that, and the third. First of all, ain't nobody ever gonna be able to tell you how to be your best you. Period. That's something that you learn over time. That's something you learn through experience. That's something basically that cannot be taught. So a nigga really trying to think that he trying to teach you that, his ego is already too high. I'm gonna just let you know that right there. Second, if he telling you he trying to teach you something that can only be taught by your inner self and your ancestors, and he's giving you drugs on top of drugs on top of drugs, like mind-altering substances, please, sis, please, 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 I cannot stress that enough. Do not trust this nigga. Please. Still to this day, like, I can't figure out if I was genuinely in love or if my mind was being controlled in a way that I didn't even know. I didn't even understand until after the fact, right? And y'all know I'm a strong girl. If y'all see my videos, y'all watch my shit, y'all know I'm a pretty, like, free spirit, free thought girl, but I'm very opinionated. You can't convince me no shit that I don't know about myself. This man changed the whole course of my fucking life, right? And I don't look at it as a negative thing because I was able to progress from it, but it very well much could have turned into a negative thing. If I would have let him consume me in the way that he would have wanted to, could have very well much be negative. So all my sisters entering into this spiritual world, this spiritual realm, I want you to be 100% careful and to be mindful that there are predators everywhere. Everywhere. There's not just predators preying on children. There's not just hood nigga predators. There's not just white men that are predators. Sis, there are men out here that are spiritually adept and looking out for your best interest, sister. And he got his head wrapped. And he looked like a Rasta. And he got his pocket full of stones. Be careful. Now, I'm going to try to maybe go into some of the signs to recognize that I could think about off top. If his actions contradict his statements. What I mean by that, first of all, any man to do that, you should know that ain't the nigga for me. But I mean, if spiritually, right, he doesn't want you to do this. If basically he's like, I can't even use a spiritual example. I can only think about a small one right now. Let's say a nigga say, don't have no niggas in my house, right? But every time you turn around, he got another homegirl, or this, that, and the third, or his sister coming over, or this my secretary, or this my spiritual sister so-and-so, always in there, right? But you can't bring any energy. You can't bring anybody in there, right? That should let you know right then and there, everybody not his homegirl. He fucking 1 or 2 or 3 of them, or all of them. Hate to sound toxic, but it's most likely true, because usually what they say about somebody with a guilty conscience, like if that person feels guilty, they're going to try to mirror that, deflect that onto you, right? So if it's like, don't have no niggas in my house, you could have very well much just really had a homeboy that was your homeboy. Like, really nothing sexual, right? And because you know that, you wouldn't say to him, well, don't have no bitches in my house, because he could have a homegirl that is just his friend. But if he feels like, no, you can't have none of your friends in this house, that means that he's fucking his friends. Like, it's just that simple, sis. He's fucking his friends. Like, I don't even know how to explain that more in depth. He's guilty. And he's guilty, and he's narcissistic because he can have his bitches, right? You can't. Now, another way to even further figure some shit out is to approach him on a situation. Literally, I should show y'all this text before. This nigga, I have a situation, man. We was tripping all night, and he was wide awake. He couldn't sleep. I was sleeping like a baby, mind you. Probably because demons was fucking with me. I ain't got no demons. I sleep like a little fucking baby. I ain't gonna say I ain't got no demons, but I ain't got no evil spirits trying to take me over, because I don't do negative karma. I don't do, that nigga pretty sure shit haunting him because he do shit to get haunted. Anyways, I'm sleeping, and he's not sleeping all night. He's out on the phone all night having a conversation with whomever. Now, we have it's not like this just came out of nowhere. I have a history with him. Meaning, in all our history, he's fucked his homegirls. Like, I've seen it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, he on the phone all night, and I'm asleep, right? In the morning, he literally asked me the question, like, first thing when I get up and he sees me. He didn't say, hey, how you doing? Good morning. How was your rest? How was your acid trip? None of that. It's just straight up, how do you start it? Oh, sister so-and-so, was like, did Kai bring you any titty milk? Wait. So before I even overreact the way I just did, I was just like, I would have to be pregnant or have children to have titty milk. Y'all know what he said to me? He said, no, she makes titty milk and she can't have children. All right, keep her then. That's what I said. I said, keep her then. And you know when he said it to me? Oh, your insecurities. I'm not going to let your insecurities ruin this morning. Goes off on me like that. Because all I said was, well, keep it in. What's that let y'all know? What that sound like? Right? If you are too young or too mentally incapacitated because you in love, or this person keeps giving you psychedelics to alter your mind, you might, and let's say you're a beautiful person, you might really take that situation and be like, you know what? I am being a little insecure, da-da-da. Or, bitch, you could be real about the situation. And you could backtrack. And you could really look at the shit. Why first thing in the morning after having a long conversation is you talking about this girl titty milk? So, that means that y'all was in the phone all night, right? Because you went in a different room to have a conversation while I was asleep. All good. Like, I'm open. All good. The bad part is the deceit. But you went in the conversation, right, to go ahead in the other room to go ahead a conversation. Then you first thing you come to me when you see me is some shit that she said about me. So y'all was talking about me. Whether you try to deem it as positive or not, you were discussing me on the phone with another woman. Don't do that. If we a union, don't do that. That's second of all. Third, how the fuck you know she make titty milk? How stupid does this mug look? Well, she just told you she make titty milk and you ain't never find out for yourself. Not to mention, I know the nigga like titty milk. Like, there's certain things, sis, you gotta look at it like, oh no, you're not about to play me. And this one example, maybe I'm not explaining it eloquently. Oh, fuck. Explaining it eloquently enough. But even through that example, it would be shit that would backtrack in my mind. Like, yo, this nigga will literally flip a situation to make me feel like I'm tripping. I'm insecure. I'm not right. I need to work on me. When in reality, he's a fucking liar. He's a cheater. He's really old and nobody wants him, but he's putting all that shit under the guise of wisdom. Don't fall for that shit, sis. I'm your spiritual sis, Free Kai, here to tell you, don't fall for that shit. Okay? Now, I'm going to try to edit this video. Y'all can tell me what y'all like and don't like, and y'all can tell me if it's worth YouTube or not. If I told you any helpful information, please give me some pointers. Please let me know how I can make these videos a little bit better. I know, like, my wording is all over the place and shit, but I hope somebody took home what I'm saying. I'm going to try to make a lot more videos because I feel like besides poetry, there's a lot that I have in me that is worth something to some girl out here trying to look up a narcissist, trying to understand the signs, trying to get herself out of that situation. And remember, I'm not calling anybody evil. I'm not calling our black men evil. Our black men are beautiful. For as many narcissists, I've also met providers. You know what I'm saying? For as many niggas with little dick energy, I met niggas with big dick energy. You heard. So, I mean, but the good ones don't get talked about because I don't want you to find them, sis. Let me stop. But I hope somebody enjoyed this video. We're all quarantined, so I'm going to just start fucking making videos. If y'all don't like my content, unfucking follow me. I don't give a shit. Otherwise, peace, love, and hair grease. Mafere phone to my ancestors and to Alegua. All right? And I pray this touched someone and it's well received. All right? Free Kai.